Well, everybody, if you're like me, your bike is a work in progress, and this is the latest video in a series on adding luggage to my bike to go camping. I bought a tail bag and wanted to put it on the bike properly. It was in the original position, was too far back, and so I built a luggage rack which goes between the rider seat and the original luggage rack. And I decided that the bag itself just couldn't be strapped to that. It needed a little extra support. So I built what I think is kind of like a reverse sissy bar. It instead of going back to the back, it sits forward, and it's made out of a couple of shelf brackets and a couple pieces of plywood, a bunch of nuts and bolts. And it also has a little pad on the back which gives me a little backrest when I sit on the bike. And you can see that it's just kind of all bolted together there with those shelf brackets and the plywood, and then bolted to the luggage rack, which I made out of aluminum stock and aluminum angles. And here you can see that it's well positioned over the saddlebags and right over the rear wheel. And I think it looks pretty sharp. It should give me plenty of room to store my stuff when I go camping. And I kind of built it in my living room. I don't have a shop, so I just cut some plywood out, and then I got a couple pieces of, shelf brackets, and I drilled a bunch of holes and bolted it all together. And then I put an extra piece of plywood on the bottom of my tail bag to keep it from being deformed when it's strapped down. Then I bolted this to the bike, and it's sitting on the luggage rack, which I made out of aluminum. And I still have to paint it black. You can see the tail bag just slips down over it and has a little pad on the front there to act like a backrest. It's pretty comfortable when I ride it. I've already taken it for a 100-mile test ride, and it worked real good. There's an extra piece which sits up on the top. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe it'll give you some ideas on how to handle your own baggage problems. Have a nice